The moment you speak a plan out loud, you have already started killing it. Every ruler who fell in history fell first in his own mouth, long before he fell in any battlefield. This isn't superstition. It's neurochemistry. And right now it's being used against you, without your consent. Every single day you open your mouth about a future you haven't built yet. If you've ever announced a goal with pride and watched it quietly die within weeks, you weren't undisciplined. You were sabotaged by a mechanism inside your own skull. Today you learn exactly how it works, and the one sentence you're probably saying right now that's leaking your ambition straight to the people who benefit most from your failure. The most dangerous men in history, the ones who actually seized power and kept it, said almost nothing before they moved. But there's a second loop hidden inside that first one, a specific phrase, one most people use weekly without noticing, that quietly hands your enemies everything they need to stop you before you've even started. I'll name that exact phrase before this ends. Don't leave early, because half of what you learned today is useless without it. Dopamine isn't the chemical of satisfaction, it's the chemical of pursuit. It's the engine built to drag you through discomfort toward a reward that hasn't arrived yet. Here's the exploit. When you tell someone, "I'm going to build this," and they respond with admiration, your brain accepts that admiration as a partial payment on the goal itself. Psychologists call it social reality. The subconscious mistakes being seen for having done. The hunger that was supposed to carry you through the grind gets paid off early in praise for work you haven't done yet. This is why the quiet ones seem to win effortlessly. It was never effortless. They simply refused to spend their dopamine at the announcement. They starved themselves of applause on purpose, so the only thing left that could satisfy them was the finished result sitting in front of everyone. Ask yourself, honestly, the last time you announced something big, did it push you forward, or did it hand you a high that quietly emptied the tank before the real work even began? You've already sat through the expensive part of this. Walking away now means you understood the disease, but never got the second exposure. The one that lets people on. If you've made it this far, you've already invested more than most people ever will. Finish it. Half of this weapon is worthless without the other half. Announcing your move doesn't just cost you dopamine. It invites 3 uninvited guests into your life: envy, skepticism, and advice. People who care about you still carry their own fear of inaction. Your ambition becomes a mirror, and some of them will not forgive you for what it reflects back at them. They'll list every risk. They'll ask for updates that quietly police your momentum. A few will hope, without ever admitting it out loud, that you fail exactly on schedule. Sun Tzu's rule was absolute. Be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you finally move, fall like a thunderbolt. Machiavelli watched rulers survive entire transitions of power for one reason. They kept their councils small and their roadmaps invisible to everyone outside the room. Every sentence spoken early is a sentence your rival now gets to plan against, free of charge, before you've spent a single hour of real work. Here's the cost, stated plainly. You will not get the early applause. You will not get the dinner table validation, the comments, the reassurance. You will build in a silence that sometimes feels like nobody sees you at all. That silence is not punishment. It is the price of a result strong enough that it never needs defending, explaining, or justifying to anyone. 3 rules, starting the moment this video ends. 1. Speak only of what you've already finished. Let your history be the only pitch you ever give anyone. 2. Treat your current work as classified information. When asked, hand people a boring, high-level answer that closes the conversation instead of opening it. 3. If praise finds you early anyway, don't rest on it. Convert it into fuel instead. Let it remind you exactly how much is still unfinished and how easily it could still be lost. The phrase, "I promised you," the one quietly leaking your ambition to everyone around you, is "I'm thinking about." Every time you say it out loud, you trade your edge for a reaction, and you can never buy that edge back at the same price. Kill that sentence completely. Go dark on what you're building. Let the finished result do the only talking that ever mattered. Comment "calculated" below if you're going silent starting today.